So I got all these packages from China for our upcoming Hack Sioux Falls. Let's go through them and see what we've got. All right, let's take a look at this one here. I'm not sure what's in it. It actually says it came from the States. So let's see. That bag had these little Christmas tree kits in them. You can see one of the parts is trying to get away there. It's got these little PCB boards. They kind of sandwich together like this, and they create a little 3D tree, and there's all kinds of LEDs in them. A little power cord here, which hooks up to 5-volt USB, which will work fine for one of these little battery chargers. I've got some of these in the boxes as well. So this will be a lot of fun. The kids really enjoyed putting together the kits last time, and they just love to solder. So anyway, here's one of them, and I think I've got another bag full of them as well. Here's another one. Looks just like the last black one. This might be the other kit, so let's take a look. Yes, so these are the other bag of kits. So these ones are the same. They've got the same USB. These ones also have a little battery holder with them. I bought a couple of them just from different sellers just to make sure that if anything bad happened, I at least had some. So these are slightly different, but they kind of create the same type of a tree in the end. So these will be a lot of fun. Let's take a look at this one. This is just a small package. I'm not sure what's in it. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right. Oh, these are the little vibration sensors. I bought two different kinds. One of them's a shake sensor and one of them's a little vibration sensor. I'll have to look to see. These ones sound like they've got a little ball in them, so I think these are the shake sensors. But these were about $2 for, I think there's maybe 25 in there. Pretty inexpensive little sensors, so those will be a lot of fun. All right, here's a giant bag. Let's take a look and see what this one says. It says DuPont line, so I don't know what these are. All right, let's see. We'll dump it out. This bag had all kinds of things in it. The main one is these Arduino Unos, and these are going to be the little Arduinos that we're using. They're a little bit smaller than the one we used last time. You can see they're a little bit smaller of a form factor, but they fit nicely into one of these little breadboards. And so I've got some of those in one of these packages as well. So I've got, I think, 20 or 25 of these. Let's see what else is in here. All right, so I took out all the Arduino Nanos. There were 10 of them, and this is what was left in the bag. So first of all, we've got some potentiometers. These are little variable resistors. You can think of these as little buttons. You can turn them, and we can detect where they're located across that whole radius. I've got, I believe there's 20 of them. I might have bought two different sizes. I can't quite remember, but it doesn't really matter, so we'll put those over there. Here are some aluminum knobs, and these go on those potentiometers. You can see they're just a regular old knob. Just makes things look a little bit nicer. And then right here I've got some plastic knobs. These work exactly the same. They just pop on the top there. Right here I've got some photoresistors. Now these resist current when light shines on them. So you might see these in things like night light or anything that goes on or off at dusk, and then on back again at dawn. These here are just a couple of jumper wires. They're little short ones, little DuPont connectors. I have a bunch of long ones. These are going to be a lot handier here with the short ones, so we've got a couple of those. And then the last piece, and this actually is not part of the Hack Sioux Falls project, but I had thrown it in as well. This is a little kit with two little wheels, and it's got a little sensor on the front, and it's supposed to be able to follow a drawn line, and you put it together. So I want to put it together and see if it would make a good project for kids. So I went ahead and ordered one, and I'll get that put together, and this might be an upcoming Hack Sioux Falls project. All right, let's see what else we've got. Here's a little funky shaped one. So I can't quite read what it says. It says Mini Arduino Uno, and it looks like maybe some buzzers. Let's go ahead and open this and see what's inside. So this box just had a bunch of Arduino Nanos, and I bought them from a couple of different sellers. They were about the same price, but I thought if one of them didn't work, at least only half of them wouldn't work. So I ordered them from two different sellers just to eliminate some risk of problems. This one, they came separate with the cables and the nanos. And then underneath here, you can see here are some buzzers. So there are some buzzers from this seller as well. These are just little buzzers. They're really easy to use. We can go ahead and make any kind of tones that we want out of them, and they're really inexpensive. I think these nanos cost about $3 a piece or $2.50 a piece, and then these were I want to say 20 for $1 or $1.50, so pretty inexpensive. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, this one says 5-volt USB nanos. I wonder if I ordered too many nanos. So that bag contained 10 nanos. So that's the third bag that had 10 nanos in it. Now it's possible I accidentally ordered too many. I don't think that's the case. I will go back and double check on the eBay listings and see. But anyway, I've got a ton of nanos. So even if we don't use them all for this Hack Sioux Falls, we'll have a bunch for future ones. All right, let's see what the last couple bags have. So this bag kind of makes a springy ringing sound. So I'm guessing these are the little battery holders for those 18650 cells. So little battery holders with charge circuits, and we're going to use these to power the project. So let's go ahead and take a look. Yep, that's exactly what they are. They are little battery compartments for an 18650 cell. And what you do is you put a cell inside. These do not have any in them. And then you clip them shut, and then they will power out a nice consistent 5 volts. And then when they're dead, you can recharge them using the charge port. Now, last time I bought some of these neat ones, aluminum ones, that come apart. Now, the problem I ran into with these is the kids kept taking them apart. And even though I said, don't take them apart, and if you do, make sure you don't put the batteries in backwards because they'll blow the circuit. I lost 3 of them. 3 times they did that. I know they didn't do it on purpose and they're not that expensive, but anyway, I wanted to use these because these, once they snap together, you really can't get them back apart, or at least you can't very easily. So these ones will be a little bit more permanent. I bought a whole bunch of different colors. There's some pinks, some blues, some greens, some yellows, just for a little bit of variety. So these will come in real handy to charge those nanos, and they actually last quite a while. So, all right, a couple more boxes to go. Let's see what we got left. All right, a couple more to go. This one says electronic kit. So I'm kind of curious what this is since I've already opened all of my kits. But I can't quite remember. I think I might have ordered them from 3 different suppliers. So let's take a look. Yep, that's exactly what they are. They are more little Christmas tree kits. So I've got all kinds of these kits. So I might have ordered a few too many. I also ordered them from a couple of different sellers. Sometimes I get carried away and order too many. So I've got some more of these. So we may be building kits for a long time. All right, the last one's this box, and I suspect this is going to be the little breadboards and maybe some wires and so forth. So let's get this open. All right, that last box had the last of the pieces in it, had all of the breadboards, which I've got right here. It also had all of the jumper wires, which I've got off to the side right here, and had a couple of components, and these aren't actually part of the Hack Sioux Falls, but I've used them in other projects in the past. These are little 5-volt laser pointers, which you'd see within a little novelty pointer or a cat toy or something like that. These are pretty inexpensive. I want to say they're like $2 for 10 or something like that. And I bought a couple packages of them. I don't have a specific project in mind for them right now, but I've used them in the past. These actually work really, really well, and you can drive them from an Arduino. What I wanted to show you real quick was just how these nanos are going to fit within these breadboards and how we're going to build our project. As you can see, it's a very small little prototyping board here that plugs directly into the breadboard, and then the power goes in here on the side, and this is also where we'll connect that up to the computer. So anyway, that plugs in right there. Now, well, the way these breadboards work is that each of these 5 are connected together, and then on the other side, they're also connected together. So anything in there we can plug in. So for example, if we want to plug one of these digital pins here, this is one of the analog pins, into something, we can just plug it in like that, and then we can program it. And then also if we wanted to do something like if we had an LED, let me see if I got an LED an LED with a resistor on it, and we wanted to plug that into one of these ports directly into ground, we can do that as well, just across like that. And then we can go ahead and trigger that LED on and off. So that's how these breadboards work. We got plenty of room on this side for things like our speaker and buzzer, and then we'll also somehow hook in the little vibration sensor on a wire so that can be mounted remotely. And then if you remember on my original version, I also had something like this on it, which is a little switch that reset the buzzer. So we got plenty of room to go ahead and prototype it on this side, and then the whole package will be about this big. So anyway, that's all the supplies for the Hack Sioux Falls. I don't think anything was missing. I might have ordered too many things. Not an uncommon problem. But if you are interested, there's still a little tiny bit of time to get signed up. So head over to hacksioufalls.com and get registered, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.